at the table is a Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter and one of the stars of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's Kandi Burruss!
What's up, you guys?
Welcome back to the show!
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I was like, oh, cool. I get to hang out at the table.
Yes! We're so
and
excited to have you.
We're happy to have you. How's it been?
Everything has been really good. I mean, the show has not been, so easy to deal with.
I know.
But family and friends and all that is great. Business is great.
Well, then that means the show is going. What can you tell us from your standpoint, your viewpoint of what's happening with the show? It's a lot of stuff, Kandi.
Well, this year, I have not been taking anything from anybody. I've not been holding back on anybody. So, people are they're used to me being a little bit more laid back.
Yeah.
But this year, I'm just not. I just said I don't have time for games. You come for it, you getting it.
That's right. Stand up for yourself.
All right. Now, Kandi, it's no secret, especially if you watch Housewives, that you and Phaedra used to be close.
Yeah.
But lately, you've been putting her on blast.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
In fact, your former cast member, Nene Leakes, was asked about it on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and her answer surprised a lot of people.
Even me.
Right? Oh, okay. So take her
I was
first.
happy, though.
Okay.
I don't have a
telling
problem
me
with
you're
her.
in more touch with Kandi than you are Phaedra?
That's right. Me and Kandi made a bet that we were going to try to, be cooler with each other, just try to get to know each other a little bit more. And we both have kept to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Portia said that she called you a couple times and
That's
you never
a lie.
called her back.
Now, let me tell you something. I'm the
Yes.
girl that call you right back.
Okay.
Okay? I'm that girl, honey. You call me, I call you back, honey.
Yeah.
So stop believing the lies, honey.
I love her.
Wow.
Okay, now, Kandi, I know you and Nene haven't always seen eye to eye in the past, but it seems like she's Team Kandi now. I mean, at least through that, right?
But, well, you know what? I just felt like this time around, she just spoke it and talked about it how she saw it. This time, she's just kind of from the outside looking in, and so she's not playing favoritism. And I felt like she was being true to what she knows. Obviously, the fans you guys don't get to see anything but what they show you on television.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that happens that, you're not privy to. And then a lot of the girls, they try to show you one thing on camera, but they're different off camera, okay? And I have been holding back as far as with Phaedra. I loved Phaedra, but, over the years when she would come at me and do different things and some things that happened off camera that I thought was really foul, I held back because I was thinking, as a friend, I'm not really supposed to go there. But as a friend, if we fall out, you're not really supposed to dog me and keep doing stuff to taunt me either. So this year, coming into this year, I said, you know what? From now on, every time she says something to me crazy or every time she does something to my husband or my family crazy, I'm just gonna let her have it. And that's just how it's gonna be. If you don't start none, don't be none. That's how it is.
All right. Well, you know what? Another relationship that's been getting a lot of attention lately is the one between comedian Ricky Smiley and his 15-year-old son, Malik. Malik recently revealed on their reality show, Ricky Smiley For Real, that he doesn't like to date black women, causing many people to blame his father, Ricky, for his views. Check out the clip.
Black females are not attractive to me. I look at them as my sisters, like dap them up, give them a hug. But if it's a different race, it's like, all right, I'm attracted to you in that type of way.
The only reason why I haven't dated a black in a long time, because I kind of went to an all-white school.
Now, Ricky addressed the situation on his Twitter saying, quote, he's 15. That's a short phase some kids go through, especially when your school is mostly white. And for the record, the producer told my son to make that statement about black women. He's about to apologize on air.
Oh. Okay.
So, ladies,
Wow.
he's saying that the producers are the ones. So, ladies, what do you think of Malik's comments? And do you feel his views are a reflection of his upbringing?
Well, I was about to say something else about him being a kid, but if he's putting that on a producer, there ain't nobody out there that can put words like that in your mouth.
True.
I disagree. I disagree.
Sometimes they come at you at a different way.
You're never going to say something like that blatant because somebody's telling you to.
People who have been on reality shows. Kandi, what do you think?
Well, I have to say, the producers do sometimes put things in your ear. But let me just give it to Ricky and say I know him personally, and he loves black women.
Exactly.
So I know his son didn't learn by example. Let me say that. But as far as his son is concerned, sometimes, you know, we as African Americans, we put our kids in the schools that we feel like are quote unquote the better schools, but they may not have as many other African American kids. And then you feel like your child is not acting the way that, you know, or dating, you know, within your race anymore, or doing anything that you feel like is reflective of your culture.
Yes.
You know, and so with that being said, I understood what he meant about the school. But at the same time, my mom, she put me and my brother in the minority to majority program, which was they would bus us up to the north side of town. And she told my brother, she wanted him to, you know, you better make sure you bring some black girls home, you know. But with me, she wanted me to date. She said, you better find you a white boy.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
So, you know, I know this sounds crazy, but, you know, a lot of people say that African American women, we don't have as many men who are necessarily
up to snuff.
You know, who may not have, you know,
supposedly,
you know, I don't want to say all the time, but, you know, we don't have as many men to choose from. You know, of course, there are a lot more, you know, free and available African-American women than there are available African-American men. So they say we need to be more open-minded about dating outside of our race, whereas in her mind, she felt like, you know, the sisters need more good brothers to...
Yeah, I hear that all the time. Well, I kind of go with, like, what Jeannie... I have a problem... Okay, Jeannie, he's 15.
Right.
So I got to give him that he's a kid.
Right.
And this is a reality show. The issue I have is that this is a reality show that's on a so-called black cable channel. And for them, the producers, to allow that to play, that's what I have a problem. To air this, that's what I have a problem.
But are we surprised?
How do you think that makes young black
That's
women
how
feel?
reality shows make their money, though, by having things like this talked about on other shows.
But I have a question.
If that was planted...
When you guys did, when you do your reality show, did your reality show, are you able to see the cuts before they actually air it?
No, and that's an interview. So, guys, you do reality shows, and they do your reality show, and then you do your interviews.
Yes.
This clearly is an interview.
But no.
And if y'all are gonna, let's be really real, this is the real.
Okay.
Have you ever had a producer say, and now you are going to say,
Absolutely.
this is your soundbite?
But you have to
Have you ever had it happen? I said absolutely. Have you ever had it happen?
It happens. It happens all the time. But you have to know, like, where you're gonna put a line to say, I'm not saying that.
As a
But he's
15-year-old,
15.
if that's his storyline.
That's my problem.
You know, people need a storyline. And sometimes people are desperate. They don't care what the storyline is. You need a
And it's got us
storyline.
talking. But this is the other thing.
Ridiculous.
Not only was it an interview, Munchkin, but it was also a scene. And it was him and his brother going out on a double date. And there was two black, beautiful young women that were going out with them. The problem that I have is that while this scene was taking place, Candy, he kept saying, oh, she's not, I'm paraphrasing this, okay, because I was getting into it, which is what they wanted me to do. But they kept showing this young lady who, if he's 15, she's probably 15, 16, and they kept showing her face. You know, and there were things like she's not attractive, or I'm not attracted to that, or she's not who and that's what I really had a problem with. Don't show that young lady. Now, I do believe, because I was checking Ricky's timeline, I may be wrong, we may need to check this, but that Ricky got in touch with the girl, sent her a tweet and said, we want to apologize to you. We also want to send something to you, because they showed her face. And that's the problem. If it was an interview where he said, I don't like black women, fine. But why are you doing a scene with a black female and showing that young girl? That was
Don't
wrong.
blame me. And Lonnie, let me ask you this, though. In our own African-American community now, as a dark-skinned woman, don't you hate when they say, you cute to be dark-skinned? Have you ever had that done to you if you're a darker brown girl?
Or you cute to be plus size. I'm not plus size, I'm sturdy. All right, I'm sturdy.
But look, at the end of the day, if we're going to be
it
real,
happens.
with him saying he's not attracted to black women, I'd like to run down a list of phenomenal, stunning black women that he for sure would say yes to.
Okay.
Tiana Taylor,
Yes.
if she even gave him the time of day. Rihanna, Beyonce, Naomi Campbell, India Love, Janelle Monáe, Halle Berry, Sierra, Carucci, Gabrielle Union.
Yes.
Okay, so he would die for any of those women.
So I just want to ask this as an open question. Let's remove his age, because I think at that age you're still figuring yourself out. You might not always say something you mean for the rest of your life. But there are legit people out there who say they're not attracted to a certain race.
True.
It doesn't make them right. I always think, oh, you happen to know every single person on this planet that's race.
Of that race.
X them out. But there are people who say that. I'm not attracted to Asian people. I'm not just that person who will go for a Caucasian people. My mom was really hurt when I started dating outside my race. And it doesn't make her less of a human being. She just really wanted to keep our culture, and she thought that it would lose our heritage if I were to water it down. Real small mind and town thinking, in my opinion.
It's old school.
It's old school.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it's still out there. And it doesn't make that person a less of a human being. It just means we gotta widen their perspective to many beautiful people that are out there.
Did you ever date Asian?
I did. I dated
Okay,
Filipino,
that's the difference.
Vietnamese.
That's the
And
difference.
the difference is you
Yes.
never said, I don't like. See,
correct.
this is on, you have to be very careful with television. Television is so powerful. And for them to perpetuate that, that's what I have a problem with. I don't care. He can like whoever he wants to like. But if this is a television show, there are just certain things. I honestly, have you ever seen a white man saying, I don't really like white women? I've never seen that on a show. I'm sorry. I just haven't seen that.
Well, sure there are men that
There's a lot of men.
But they're not perpetuating that. And so I'm saying, black people got enough problems.
True.
Okay? We don't need this. We don't, whether you think it or not, you ain't have to show it. That is the responsibility of the network. That's the responsibility of that show. That's the responsibility of Ricky Smiley. And I believe that he is taking care of it.
Yes.
That's all I have to say.
At least he is taking care of it.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's what's really important. Well, speaking of parenting, comedian Sherri Shepherd won a huge court case.
All my friends is talking
week.
about today.
Well,
Yes, Sherri. Go ahead.
last week against her ex-husband, Lamar Sally, who was requesting more child support for his son, Lamar Sally Jr. Lamar's lawyer claimed in a statement that because Sherri allegedly wants nothing to do with the child, the financial burden fell all on his client. Sherri claimed on Twitter that she's always offered to help financially for the child and that the child support increase would have allowed Sally to not work anymore. Sherri then tweeted out what appears to be Lamar's Black People Meet dating profile, which showed his listed earnings as $75,000 to $100,000. She then tweeted out, quote, beware. In court docs, he says he only works 20 to 30 hours a week, but his dating profile says 100K, hashtag liar, hashtag watch out, hashtag scam.
Hashtag get that ass, Sherri. He needs to get him. I'm sorry.
Do you ladies feel like it's a woman's job to warn other women about their ex if they feel he's no good?
Let's give a proper warning. First things first. This child that he's receiving child support from, is this her son?
Okay, it's been established.
It's his sperm, but not her egg.
They were married.
They were married.
The 2-year-old, who has been raised by Sally, was conceived using his sperm
And
and
a
a
donor
egg, meaning Sherri does not have a genetic connection to the boy. But they were married at the time, and from what I know, they were married at the time, and then they had the baby, and it didn't work out.
Well, when the girl first conceived, he filed for divorce.
Yes, and that's...
So it made it seem like he was really just trying to make
They
sure
settled
he get a check.
already a payment, and so she was making child support payments. Now he wants to go back to the court and get more money. She had already established, and she was already paying. That's what she was saying. So now he's coming back saying he wants more money because he feels like she, is making more money, but when she already had agreed to something. And so all she was doing is just, I give it to, whether you're a man or a woman, fighting back. If he on Black People Meet trying to meet somebody, he need to be truthful.
Wait,
he
is
got
he on
caught
this?
in his
No, watch out. Don't have kids.
He's trying to get dates on her child support.
How did she find out about that? That's what I want to know. How did she find out?
There be people scoping.
Was she on
Wait, you
the
never had a girlfriend that sent you a snapshot of your ex, like, look what he
Bet Better
you're
yet,
doing.
people will tag you in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
On social media.
Maybe
But
that's what
I
happened.
appreciate that. When it comes back to your original question, if your sister out there in those streets, see something, say something.
Exactly.
Help us out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I agree.
Let it out there.
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like, okay, here, look here, sweetheart. If you wanted to be a father so bad, show him a good example of a father and get your butt a job.
Honey,
Stop coming for Sherri.
all day.
Stop it.
Yes.
All day.
How about instead of financial child support, give them mental child support, emotional child support, and be a great dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then. We have to take a break, but there's more Girl Chat on the way with guest co-host Candy Burr